Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. Today I want to show you how to set up your containers for growing potatoes. I've been doing this for about a decade. There are two tricks to really having a great production in your container potatoes, and that is the addition of potash. You can find this as organic or not organic, just depends on how it's sourced. In the end, the potato can't tell the difference. This is a 0060 NP and K, so it's 60 potassium, so it's very high, but potatoes love potassium. They're heavy feeders. They need potassium for really the whole process. The second thing is watering. Your potatoes need water to move the nutrients through the roots into the potato plant to form the tubers. So watering and the addition of potash. Let me show you how to do that, and we'll talk about planting. This is a 50-50 mix that's in these containers now. This is a 100-gallon grow bag. I saw these at my seed shop. The soil is great. You know, I don't need to really add any compost to it. There's a lot of compost added last year, but I need to replace the potassium, and I'm also going to use a basic organic granular fertilizer with NP and K represented. That's just a plant tone. All right, first thing, remove about 6 inches, 8 inches of soil, because you want to work the potassium and the organic granular deep into the soil so the potato root system can get to it. So first thing, empty it out, just throw it into a wheelbarrow or a tarp. Really nice stuff. This is muriate of potash, which I think is, off the top of my head, potassium chloride. This can be organic. If, for instance, an ancient seed dried, left behind the potassium chloride, it was mined, can be made by scientists. Either way, the potato doesn't know the difference. Doesn't hurt your plant if it's organic or not organic. It's always the same. It's just potassium. So it's about a pound of potassium, or potash in this case, per 100 square feet. This whole space here is probably 10 to 12 feet. So I'm going to use about 1 ounce of the potash and just sprinkle it around. That will give your plant the additional potassium. We also removed half the soil so that we could work this down, and then when we add the soil back, I'm going to put another handful on top of it. It's a lot of fertilizer, I know. You don't have to use that much if you don't want to, but I found that the biggest two kind of secrets to growing it is extra potassium, a lot of fertilizer, and regular watering, and that's going to guarantee great growth of your potatoes. Now, I also plant my potatoes much more closely together. If you want larger potatoes, spacing's about 12 to 18 inches. I'm going to be using some potatoes that I cut. I want more of the new potatoes, which are just basically smaller potatoes. Those are some potatoes that were left in from last year. I'm going to plant mine about 6 inches apart. I use this bed for the newer potatoes or the smaller potatoes. This is plant tone. Any organic granular fertilizer works. NP and K are represented, and I put in about 2 handfuls per level. That means 2 at this level, and I'll put 2 more on top when I put in the rest of the soil. So next thing I'm going to do is just mix this in about, 4 or 6 inches deep. Really mix it in thoroughly. Nothing fancy here. I'm using, a hand shovel. If you use a bigger shovel, it's real easy sometimes to punch a hole in your fabric pot. So I use that to dig the soil out. But for mixing, trying to get down 6 inches, maybe even 8 inches, but just really mix everything through really well. Again, I'm planting the potatoes really closely together, 6 to 12 inches spacing if you want the smaller, they call them new potatoes, 12 to 18 inches if you want, full-size potatoes. There's different varieties in here. These are all determinate variety potatoes. It's a mouthful to say. So determinate variety means they only produce right around where the potato goes into the ground. So the potatoes will be right around here. Indeterminate varieties, you keep burying the greenery that grows up, and more potatoes come out of that stem. Being determinate varieties, I'm going to go down about 4 to 6 inches. Just leave them there. So I'm going to be putting on probably about 4 inches worth of soil. These are potatoes that have been cut and chitted so that they get some growth on there. And then when you cut a potato, you want it to dry in the house on its side, 7, well, even maybe 5, depending on what your house is like. But 5 to 10 days until this scab's over. You put the scab side down, and I'm going to sink these down just so that they're buried a little bit, maybe an inch or so deep, and then I'll be putting about 4 inches of soil on top. March is a great time to get potatoes in the ground here in Maryland, Zone 7. They can go out you know, as soon as you can really work the soil, being 4 inches deep, they're going to be protected from the frost. When the greenery hits the surface, they are not frost tolerant. So if you have a frost that comes after the green growth is up here, it will get damaged. So people try and plant these usually about 4 weeks, 5 weeks before their last frost. I don't worry too much about it. Once they're in the ground or sunk into your container, soak them in. You're not going to have to water regularly right now because they're going to live off of the potato. They're going to set up roots. But you want to soak it in nice, make sure the moisture is there. That will help activate the fertilizers. Once I see the green stalks poking through the surface, that's when I start watering more regularly. And that could be once a week, that could be twice a week. It's going to be 3 times a week when these are full size and the warmth of summer is here. But more water makes a huge difference. Again, potassium, regular watering when the plants are getting to that mature size makes a huge difference. Your container soil has a limited amount of nutrients in there. So everything that was really in here was used up by the potatoes last year. So when you're growing in containers, you really have to add additional fertilizers in there, especially for the potassium for potatoes. So I do use a lot. I mean, I admit this was heavily handed, but the potatoes are going to do really well. If I'm growing out in the earth, there's more nutrients out there, the roots can go deeper. It's just a better source of NP and K. I use more compost out there. I don't fertilize as heavily. But in containers, and a lot of people are growing the potatoes that way, you need a lot of nutrients. I'm not going to water this in with a water-soluble fertilizer right now. As this potato grows over the next 4 weeks, as these potatoes grow over the next 4 weeks, this organic granular will break down and it will slowly feed. As soon as I see the green coming up, I'm going to hit it with a water-soluble fertilizer. This is a potato that survived over winter. This is what your potato is going to do. It's going to start sending out roots. It's going to be growing upward. We're going to save this guy. Well, first I'm going to turn the soil, and then I'm going to just plant it in the middle about 3 inches deep. When you turn the soil in, just don't go so deep that you're disturbing the potatoes down there. So you're just loosely mixing it in, maybe to the top 3 inches. I could probably just use my hand. I put the same amount of fertilizer across the top that I did when we filled it up, or when we put it in when it was halfway filled. So just mix it through, something like that. At least with your fingers you can feel if you hit the potato. Just really mix it in. That's going to set up your container nicely. That little guy got planted. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 750,000 subscribers. Any little bit really helps me get to that number. Soak the soil in well and give potassium a try. Muriate of potash, any potassium that you want, really makes a difference. And do an experiment. Do a couple containers with the extra potassium. Do some your old way and see if there's any difference that you notice. That's the best way to learn how to grow in your garden, is do little experiments. Soak it in, let it go. When you see the greenery come up, hit it with a water-soluble fertilizer, and just keep watering your plants regularly. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. And again, please subscribe. I'll teach you how to grow vegetables, have some fun, save some money, and I'll show you how I plant up this whole garden. Thanks for watching.